RHS Pre-Calculus presents SpongeBob Saves Gary using right triangle trig. SpongeBob goes outside to check the mail. As he turns around to go inside, he notices that Gary has made his way to the top of the pineapple.
Gary, what are you doing up there?
Yeah. SpongeBob knows that his pineapple is 7 feet tall and that it sits at a 90-degree angle with the ground because this is the math world and everything sits at a right angle. He knows that he should set his ladder at a 21-degree angle, but he doesn't know how long his ladder is or how far away it should be from his house.
I'm going to have to use right triangle trig to figure this out. Good thing I went to building school. Thanks, Mrs. Puff.
SpongeBob, what are you doing?
Gary is on top of the roof, and I have to use right triangle trig to get him down.
How do you do that?
First of all, I know that my house is set at a 90-degree angle to the ground. And I know that the angle of elevation from my mailbox to my house is 21 degrees when I set my ladder up. To find the last angle, I will add 90 degrees and 21 degrees, and then subtract that from 180 degrees. So my last angle is 69 degrees.
Wow, SpongeBob, you're really smart. What next?
I'm glad you asked, Patrick. I need to find the distance from my house to my mailbox, which I will label y. And I need to find the length of my ladder, which I will label x.
Good thing you know your alphabet. So how do you use right triangle trig to find x and y?
To find x, you'll set up an equation where sine of theta equals the opposite over the hypotenuse of the right triangle. The opposite length is 7 feet, and the hypotenuse will remain as x for now. We will use the angle of 21 degrees. We now have the equation sine of 21 degrees equals 7 over x. Next, we multiply by x on both sides and then divide by sine of 21 degrees on both sides. We are now left with 7 over sine of 21 degrees equals x. After performing the operation, we find that x equals 19.53 feet, which is the length of my ladder.
Cool. Do y next.
Okay, to find y, we set up an equation where tangent of theta equals opposite over adjacent. The opposite is 7 feet, and the adjacent is y. We are still using our angle of 21 degrees. We now have the equation tangent of 21 degrees equals 7 over y. Multiply by y on both sides and divide by tangent of 21 degrees, so we now have y equals 7 over tangent of 21 degrees. We perform the operation and find that y equals 18.24 feet, which is the distance of my pineapple to my mailbox. And that, Patrick, is how you use right triangle trig.
Wow, maybe I should go to boarding school too. Can you save Gary now?
Yeah, here we come, Gary.
In summary, we have learned that sine of theta equals the opposite side over the hypotenuse side, and tangent of theta equals the opposite side over the adjacent side. Also, all the angles add up to 180 degrees. By using this information, we can solve all parts of a right triangle.